Hello, welcome to my video. In this time, I'm going to talk about the NBA play-in day three. Today or tonight, we're defining the last two places in East Conference and West Conference. The eighth place, where in the East Conference, Miami Heat defeated 102-91 Chicago Bulls, and Miami Heat got the eighth set in the East Conference, where we'll face Milwaukee Bucks the next Sunday in the first round East Conference, and in the West Conference, Minnesota Timberwolves defeated Oklahoma Thunder 120 to 95, and will go the A8 in the West Conference, and will face Denver Nuggets in the first round in West Conference. So let's talk about the first game. Miami Heat 102, Chicago Bulls 91. This was a very close game. The three quarters were was very close until the last minutes of the game. Where in the first quarter, the Miami Heat created an advantage, a little advantage of 8 points, and in the second quarter, Chicago Bulls played better and reduced the difference. Where in the first quarter, when Miami Heat were leading by 8 points because they were leading 29 to 21, and in the second half, the Chicago Bulls won the quarter 23 to 20, and Miami Heat were leading 49 to 44, just 5 point difference in the halftime. And in the second and the third quarter, the Chicago Bulls played better, where they won the quarter 26 to 18, 6 point difference. And in that moment, the game was my Chicago Bulls were leading 1 point difference. And in the last quarter, it was very close the game, but the big difference was on the last minute of 1:30 to 1 minute of the game, where is the Miami Heat create the difference, and they scored important games in the close time, and that was enough to win the game and qualify as a set of the East Conference. To be honest, this has affected a lot to Miami Heat because they were the seventh seed, and I thought they are going to face the Boston Celtics, and I thought the Miami Heat will have more opportunity to defeat or give more better Boston than Milwaukee Bucks, because in my opinion the Milwaukee Bulls are the favorite to win the East Conference Championship. So in my opinion, Miami Heat won't have any opportunity to to defeat the series to Milwaukee Bucks, and I think that series will be easy to Milwaukee Bucks and will win it 1-2. And in the other game, the last game of the night, Minnesota Timberwolves defeated 120 to 95 to Oklahoma Thunder. Remember the Minnesota Timberwolves lost against the Lakers the last Tuesday, and Oklahoma Thunder defeated Pelicans the last Wednesday. In the first quarter, the game was close when Timberwolves won by 1 point difference, and in the difference was created in the second quarter in the half of the quarter, where in the first half of the quarter the game was close, but after the middle of the quarter is when the Minnesota Timberwolves created the advantage that was impossible to sorry, it was impossible to the Thunder to reach them. Where in the whole time the Timberwolves were leading 67 to 50 to 57 to 56, sorry, no, 67 to 56. They were leading by 11 points difference, and in the eighth quarter is where the both teams played his best offense, where Minnesota Timberwolves scored 38 points and Oklahoma City just 31 points, and they created an advantage in the end of the quarter for 20 points, 20 points difference. And in the last quarter the game was defined because Thunder didn't have any option. Well, since the last year quarter, the game was defined because Thunder didn't have any option, because maybe they were tired because they did enough, and Timberwolves needed to win to show that they can compete. And Timberwolves had a 29 lead in the fourth quarter, and in the end, Timberwolves won by 25 points difference. Now the Timberwolves will face the Denver Nuggets, where in my opinion Timberwolves don't have any opportunity to defeat the Denver Nuggets because Denver Nuggets are one of the are were the best record team in the West Conference. In my opinion, they are not the best, but Denver Nuggets will have an easy first round where we'll defeat for one Minnesota Timberwolves. So tomorrow we'll start the playoffs first round with 4 games, and the Sunday we'll start with the other 4 games. So here's what my opinion of the play-in day 3 and the last day of play-in. See you next video, Gibra.